of Minds. Harmony of Minds is a mental health initiative that talks about mental health awareness, mental wellness through the creative arts. Through the creative arts. But when we talk about Harmony of Mind podcast is all about the stories of creatives. Talk about an architecture, talk about a musician, talk about a model, talk about a seamstress, a designer, and be the creative that you want to be. We are looking for your story. We are looking out for your story. Reach out to us and we shall be happy. But today, we're having an amazing soul in the building. Yes. Tap. She's called Marcie. Had to emphasize the R.
Marcie.
Marcie. Mawan. She is a model. She is Miss Petite, and she's going to talk about herself. Yes, please, Marcie. Please kindly talk about yourself.
Hi.
Hi.
First of all, thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming around.
Okay, so I'm Mercie Mawan. I am a model. I am a writer, and well, who knew when you're asked to talk about yourself, you'd forget about yourself.
I know.
But yeah, I'm a pageant queen and aspiring journalist.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. A poet.
A poet.
Uh-huh.
So
Wow. We are speaking so much today, and we've been having a discussion. I pray we do not forget what we've been discussing about, but it has been really amazing. Her journey to me is inspirational, and again, it has a certain form of like mirror to experiences. And I believe today's episode, if you've ever watched an episode, this is an episode you cannot miss. So, Mercie,
yes, please.
Let's just talk about you as a model, you as a child, coming from South Sudan and coming to Uganda. Tell us that experience.
Okay. Well, I came to Uganda when I was very young. I think I was about 5 to 6 or so. And yeah, so I was quite young. I came here, and obviously, I'm coming from a different country. I'm now living here.
Yes.
So it's been bittersweet, I would say. Of course, you're learning new cultures.
Yes.
You're learning new styles, food, all kinds of stuff. But it also comes in where you're in. When I first went to my first school here, it was a very local school in the neighborhood. Yeah.
Yes.
So people mostly spoke Luganda.
Oh.
And I had like this really heavy accent.
Yes.
So
yes.
the teachers would be like, "Why is she speaking vernacular?" I think that's how it's said.
Yes.
So it was something, but I kept on adapting. I learned how to adapt.
Yes.
And now living here as a South Sudanese, I am able to tackle different opportunities as a foreigner and be able to navigate through them. And
yes.
So it's been a journey.
Oh wow, that's so amazing. So okay, before even we began, you talked about you being the shortest, and here in this studio, you're literally the tallest.
I know.
How is that?
Like what?
Small.
Yeah, I was telling you how in my I have 4 other siblings.
Yes.
And all of them are like really tall. So I have a twin sister and she's like really tall.
Yes.
And then I have a little sister who's like the tallest.
Wow.
Yeah, like literally the tallest.
Oh my God.
And then I have 2 little brothers who are just as tall. And they're still growing because they're in high school. They're literally kids. So it's just like, wow. And then there is me.
Yes.
Quite short, but I mean...
Quite short in the family.
In the family, apparently.
Yes.
So it's just like when I'm at home or when I go back to South Sudan, I'm like, wow.
Okay.
I am actually short,
Like, what's so surprising is that you're so tall. You're taller than everyone in this space. And you're the shortest at home. Like,
shortest at home.
Yeah,
crazy.
It's so interesting. Talking about family, so you've openly talked about family conflict and trauma. How has that been opening up that situation? How has that been?
Well, it wasn't easy. Of course, I was silent about it for a very long time before I was able to open up about it.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's because obviously these are very sensitive topics, you know,
Yeah,
when it comes to
true.
family. No
True.
one wants to just be talking about their family, and it's just like, what are people gonna say? And at the end of the day, as human beings, we're like, people are gonna judge.
I
So yes,
know.
we are going to obviously think about those thoughts that they're having, and like, what are they going to actually say?
Yes, yes.
So prior to talking about these conflicts, it was always like, I'm not trying to like maybe put my family in some sort of like position or something, but like these are actually just
Experiences,
experiences from
yeah.
my point of view as a person, you know. So it's just like, hey, Mercie, these are things that you went through, and I feel like now you can just talk about it because
True.
you're trying to maybe help somebody else
Yes,
who
true.
is also silenced just as you were back then. And who knows, they might be able
Yes.
to open up and also seek help, because the longer
Yes.
you take with it, the more heavier it becomes.
True.
You know,
True.
it's just exhausting, and it just chops your
Yes.
life short slowly, because
Yes, yes.
you have no room for enjoyment. You are not making friends, you're
Yes,
just
yes,
living there.
yes.
So yeah, having been there, I just thought, hey, I should, you know, finally just open up. And it happened recently, I think, when I started Miss Petite,
Yes, yes.
is when I was like, I could actually use my own story to actually, you know, get the word out there.
Yes,
So I was like,
yes.
okay, this is a chance for me to open up about these conflicts, the trauma. Yeah.
Wow. So talking about you being a poet, when you're writing, when you're reciting your poetry, is the inspiration, is it, you know, the experiences with, you know, with trauma and your family? And if yes, that is to say, how has the journey been so far?
Okay. Well, if I was to maybe, let's say, if I was to use my story as a title of a poem,
Yes.
I'd call it maybe Becoming Her, because it's still an ongoing journey. It's
Oh,
still
wow.
moving. And there are, of course, different chapters. And yeah. So getting into poetry, this was just a way for me to basically let go and, you know, a way to express.
Express.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Basically. So when I'd hold that pen, I would always do it by hand, you know,
Yes.
before I shifted to a phone or laptop. I would always write by hand. And for my friends who have like seen my books, I'd have like all these scribblings, because I would like write this, write that, and then scribble off 2 lines and like
Yeah.
add something else, you know, but it's all from me, from my journey, from the things that I have been through,
Been
from the
through.
things I have experienced as a person. So whenever I would write, and I remember I shared my first poem in 2021. I had
wow.
never shared anything I wrote before. So it was even a collaboration, and I just wrote what I was feeling, the things I had
Yes.
been going through as a person.
Yes.
However, the comments I got under that poem, you know, some people were like, oh my God, like you spoke to me directly. Like,
Wow.
this is what I've actually been going through. You know, I shared it on
Wow.
TikTok. So I
Wow.
was like, wow,
Wow.
this is actually, you know,
It's
I thought
also
I was
not
just
only
doing it for me.
expression. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. I was like, I
Yes.
thought it was always just for me. But it turned out that's not where I was like, okay, I could do this in some way that could maybe help somebody else. But
Yes.
how? You know, and it's always hard to think about doing something like that when you're also still in a position of where you're trying to heal.
Yes.
You know, so it's just like, okay, I want to do this, but I'm also still, you know. So
Healing.
yeah, it was just a lot of
Yeah.
direction, a lot of you know, just trying to make sure
Wow.
you figure it out
Navigate well.
regardless.
So does poetry, whenever you're reciting or writing poetry, do you feel seen? Do you feel like that wound or
Yeah.
that issue is seen?
I feel like when I'm now reciting, every emotion of what I've written comes to life.
Wow.
you know. So I find myself I start to live in the poem, and now I start to remember, okay, why I wrote this, what I was trying to tell myself when I wrote this, you know. So I literally live in the moment of, you know, my poems.
Wow. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful because, like I talked about, there is just like a mirror effect here. How you've talked about like you expressing yourself through poetry. What is, because we want to see you too today. We want to hear you. What are those things that maybe you struggled with that you wanted or you still express through poetry?
Okay, so now when we get into mental health, personally, what I struggled with was finding my identity as a person, but also self-harm. I used to self-harm and cut my wrist. And so it wasn't exactly a time that, you know, is interesting to talk about, but it was quite something. I was very emotional. I would like slit my wrist until, you know, and then wrap it up and stop the bleeding just to feel
That
a
pain.
lesser pain, if that makes any sense, you know?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it just felt like the pain that I couldn't see physically was just so intense to a point that I just needed to feel something that was just now, how should I say, real, like something that was in real time.
Oh, whereby you could say, okay,
Yeah, like
this is pain.
like,
you can
oh,
look at
I'm feeling pain because of this.
the
Like, it's a
bleeding.
cut,
Yeah.
it's this, it's that. You know, I hit my hand or something,
Yes.
but something that's physical, and you actually know as to why
You're
feeling like
that.
this. You know,
Yes,
but
yes.
whilst with depression, it's something different. It's a pain that is actually painful.
Yes. But it
But
can be traced.
yeah,
Where?
right?
Yeah.
So you're like, where's this coming from? Is this real? How do I even get to like talk about this? And with the way we stereotype mental health awareness here in Africa, it's just like, how am I going to just start talking about this with my friends, you know?
Yeah, true.
Like, it would feel like you're maybe just putting yourself as bait for sharks or something. So I'd be terrified to even open up about any of these things.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did your at home, how was the experience at home? Did your parents get to know about your struggle with depression?
Well, I believe it was, I don't know actually. It's actually funny, yeah.
Yes.
But I believe that there's a time I cut my wrist at home.
Yes.
And I was being called by my mom, and she's like, Mercy, like, you know, and I wasn't responding, so she came into the room. Yeah, and so when she came, I had like there was a blue ribbon I had. It was like really long, so I just like wrapped it all over my hand.
Yes.
So it was just like a sleeve of blue.
Yes.
So she walked in and she's like, what is that on your hand? You know?
Yes.
She didn't even get into what she exactly wanted to tell me about. So she's like, what is this on your hand? And I was already in some sort of space for like a couple of months already. So I was talking less and
interacting
less.
less.
I was always indoors. I would hardly go outside. So she's like, let me see. So she was definitely not ready for what she was going to unwrap.
Yes.
Because she unwrapped my hand and I could see the shock in her eyes. She was like,
what happened?
Like, what? You know, so she was very shocked and she was like asking me and talking to me. But I felt like I was numb because I wasn't saying anything. I wasn't feeling anything. I was just like, here we are.
You found out and
here we are.
Yeah, wow.
So she starts talking to me. She's like, what is this? You know, I feel like she was confused. She was also like trying to understand what was happening at that
she was
particular.
Also in fear.
Yeah, she's
probably.
like, what's going on here? Because I believe she didn't expect to see any of that at all.
Yes.
So yeah, I think that's where it became known that mental health was something that I was really dealing with in a way that was really serious. You know, because even for me at that particular point, I was like, whoa, I actually need to find a solution for this. Yeah. it cannot keep on being like this.
Wow. Did after that incident, was there some help that you got from, family? Did someone maybe say you need to go to a psychiatrist, psychologist, find help? A
Well,
pastor, something.
well, I think okay, they brought me a pastor. But okay,
But
let me be
have that
honest.
knowledge, yeah.
I just didn't like what he said because he came, he prayed for me and everything. But remember, we're talking about self-harm, yeah, not suicide.
Yes.
But he said how if he hadn't come, era the next day I was gonna be dead and this, that. So it was kind of like, now I was also in a position of like, is this the help?
I know.
I was like, is this the help?
Yes.
And I think in that time also, I sort of was like, I accepted the help.
Yes.
But in actual fact, I had just closed the door now completely.
Yes.
And I was like, I'm not doing this again. So yeah, because now after he said that, it was just like, oh my God, like my parents were like,
you felt it was so untrue.
Yeah, I felt
what
like
you were going through.
I felt like it was just now extra. Because now my mom and dad would be like, oh my God, she was going to die. And now they would be like telling their friends. And I'm like, that's not true.
That's what I was going through. Go get to the root cause.
That's not what it was.
Yes,
it's not just trying to unalive myself. No, that wasn't it. It was an actual, storyline.
And I think you talking about actually your experience, that's why we need more mental health awareness.
True.
Because the pastor was not aware and he was in the position to help, but because there was no this information between self-harm and then being suicidal.
Yeah.
And also there's also the suicide has also another spectrum.
This is completely different category.
Like a different kind of spectrum. There are those that are suicidal, but then they're not planning to kill themselves. Those that are suicidal, then are afraid to kill themselves. And then there are those that go through it.
And they're actually like, I'm going to get it done.
Yes, I'm going to get it done. So I believe we need more mental health awareness. Just like how maybe there's awareness for HIV and AIDS.
True.
There's awareness for malaria.
True.
There's awareness
Ebola.
for Ebola. I believe
there should be mental health awareness on its own.
There should be mental health awareness, and the government needs to inject money into that, make so much noise about it through media, through the arts. And I do not know, like even hearing your story today, I'm like, I thought I was just dreaming. I thought sometimes something can happen to you, and you're like, I think I'm overdoing this.
Right?
I think I must be overdoing this.
I'm just being extra.
I'm being extra. But the truth is that it is needed. Just having this example whereby the pastor is coming, and then they do not understand exactly what you're going through.
Yeah.
And then they have to come up with some assumption to give an explanation to what you feel is not true.
And now the actual individual just ends up closing doors completely, and the help wasn't actually gotten at the at the end of the day.
Wow.
So it's just like, now how many other girls are going through stuff like that, And
also like the shaming, the stigma of the shaming of like you're possessed and all of those other things. And sometimes there's a new research that has come that mental health is actually physical as well, because it has to do with hormonal imbalances.
True.
And I'm like, we do not know these things. But
that is actually true, because I can actually testify to that. I've had a lot of hormonal imbalances, and whenever I'd go to the doctor, they would say, what's wrong? I remember my mom would make me get all these tests done. And it's just like, Mercie, there's nothing wrong. But yes, something is wrong. It's just that something that is wrong is more psychological.
Psychological, and it's not researched enough.
It's not something that is really taken seriously,
because it's not seen.
It's not seen as much.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's just like, woof. That's what made me get into pageantry and all these things, because I was like, someone needs to know. Like, I cannot be the only person who has gone through a scenario like this. Okay, and I've managed to get myself out of this. It wasn't easy, of course, but I've managed to, find a way of getting out of this issue.
Yes.
What about another person?
Yes.
Do they have the same strength? Are they able to? Because I realize we don't have the same strength as human
Yes,
beings.
true.
Not all of us are,
Can
you know.
handle.
I'm not even that strong. We thank God, honestly.
Yeah,
but like,
true, because someone may actually lose it completely.
yes, it's
lose it, and they get off their clothes. They're like,
and
you
they're
know
like,
what? I'm tired
I'm
of
done.
being in control.
Can't.
I'm done, you know. And then there's some other who can actually say, you know what, I cannot deal with this pain. Let me, you know, jump in front of a taxi and,
It's,
you know,
you
end
know,
it. Like, why? You know.
but who's to say when someone is to see another person who's probably having the same scenario as them? I feel like seeing that and maybe seeing how the other person has probably turned their story into some sort of form of resilience or something like that, it would give you
something to
some hope.
Yeah,
you're like, okay, so this is not the end. This is not, you
someone
know,
has been through this.
yeah, because there's a movie I watched called October Baby. I started calling myself the September Baby after that.
Yeah. First, tell me just a recap about the movie.
Well, in this movie, this girl finds out she was adopted.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
So she goes on a spree to find her parents.
Yes.
But prior to finding out she was adopted, she was very depressed. She was going through all these things. It was really intense for her. And then in the end, she was just like, I just have to go and find who these people are.
Yes.
So she went on that journey, and the journey of her finding her parents is actually what makes the entire movie. So I watched that movie and I was like, that is me. You know?
The power of art. The power of art.
I was like, that is me.
Yes.
You know? And I like actually owned that moment. How old was I? I was young though. But I owned that moment and I was like, you know what? This is not where my story is going to end. Because when that movie ended, she found her parents. They had a sit down. She talked with her adoptive parents and her real parents. And like, you know, so I was like, it doesn't just end here, you know? So that's why I feel like someone else's story can also be your hope. It can help a lot. So I was just like, okay, I realized authenticity is literally just the best answer. Just be yourself, whatever it is you're going through. It's okay. There's no shame in it. There's no shame in being vulnerable. It's okay to not be okay. Just don't stay there long enough because you might actually remain there, you know?
True.
So, yeah.
You've talked about you've not told us actually where, you know, the mental health struggles came from, which and and also if you can just tell us about the experience that you had as, you know, you were self-harming. What was going in your mind? Why did you feel like you needed? I believe someone out there needs to know. Maybe they do not know why they're self-harming, but it's just maybe something that has become a habit. And thanks to God that maybe you got out of it early.
Thank God.
You know, I know of a friend of mine who used to have, you know, constant headaches. And when she went to the doctor, they were like, there was nothing. She went to a MR scan. There was nothing. And then later on, we got to realize that she was having a mental health challenge. She just loved medicine. Like all the pharmacies were closing in on her. They were like, we cannot give it. So she has to get a border to go to a pharmacy far from where she stays. And then she started to get the medicine herself and then inject it, but it's just painkillers.
Yeah.
As small as just painkillers.
Imagine.
And you know, like she was at that point, she was so addicted to being seen as sick. She loved being sick and things of that kind. And you can tell someone out there probably who is going through it and they do not know why they're having that experience.
Well, okay, I feel like the first step obviously would be to acknowledge the fact that, hey, I'm not fine. Something is really up. Because that was the only way I was able to move forward. Depression is a very dark place. It's a very dark place. And people who have been going through depression or are going through depression know exactly what I mean when I say it's a dark place. It's messed up. That's why I said when you get there, you don't stay there too long. Like, find a way to just pull yourself out.
Keep
Yeah.
on fighting.
Fight. That's literally the only answer. It's hard, but just keep on fighting.
Yes.
Because personally now on my side, I literally got to a point of self-harm and all that. And for somebody out there who might be going through the self-harm bit, it is not the answer. I mean, it feels like, okay, you are releasing the pain a bit, but it's not long term. Yeah. You have to find a long-term solution, a permanent solution for the issue, be able to talk to somebody, because you're self-harming, yes, but you're leaving the scars, you're leaving the pain. Like, it's still going to be there. It's not going anywhere. In fact, I feel like it actually kind of gets worse, because now you have the scars to remind you. So it's just like, okay, when you're in that position, do you really want to stay there, or you just want to fight as much as you can to get out of that place?
Wow. Wow.
So yeah.
Oh, wow, that's the best advice I think you can give someone, is first and foremost acknowledge one, then think through, then fight. It's a fight.
Like, it's okay to, like, I'm depressed and be there in that moment, but just don't
get a time to fight.
Yes.
Rest and then go back to the fight.
And get up again and
go back
keep
to
on
the
running.
fight. Oh wow. So you talked about having identity crisis. In the moments where I had self-doubt, how do you nowadays deal with maybe with that identity crisis, maybe your self-worth? And I know you've already told us you have the October, but which other ways can you give someone out there that has not seen a movie?
Okay, well, first of all, I feel like your stories as a person is kind of what makes you who you are.
Wow.
So right now, everything that I went through in the past, even the scars that I have right now, this is my story. It's my story of resilience. It shows how I healed, how I fought, how I still picked myself up and still ran that race, how it was still difficult sometimes, but I still, because at the end of the day, I took myself as my own priority.
Yes.
I took myself as, hey, Mercie, you want this for yourself. You want this type of life.
You want it, yes.
Act like it.
Wow.
Yeah. Just live the part.
Wow.
Just be your most authentic self. And that's how I just chose to live my life from that moment on.
Wow, so many young women, obviously, such as yourself, and I don't want to say such as me. I think I'm off the young.
Oh, come on.
So many young women are going through the same story that you've gone through, and they do not have, expressive ways that they can, go through. They can, find an escape to probably say they have poetry, they have all of these other things. Many of them maybe are in marriages, but they're not allowed to, be expressive. You're supposed to find orders. You're supposed to do this. They are maybe in families that are so religious. You're supposed to feel you're supposed to follow their print. Which advice can you give, such a woman who is in a place whereby they feel there is no escape? They're like that bird in a cage.
Oof, being that bird in the cage. Wow. But what I would basically say, I feel like it's still the same thing I would say, like I said before. Don't stay there too long.
It's a safe space.
Don't stay there. I feel like, it's hard. Yeah, it's hard. But I feel like you should find somebody to talk to.
Yes.
There is no shame. I feel like us as Africans, we find a lot of shame about talking about these things, Papa who instilled that on us and told us we should not, talk about ourselves. But I feel like there's a lot of stigmatization, we need to kill that, obviously. once you go through something like that, I feel like you should just talk to somebody. It's
Yes.
always the easiest way. It's hard, of course, to
Yes.
just open up to someone.
I know.
These days,
It's
people
a
don't even
wound.
open up to their friends, you know? It feels like, you have
They'll
to
judge
guard.
me.
Yes, you have to just guard yourself. So people are
Yeah.
just guarding themselves, literally. But I feel like when you find yourself in a situation like that, there's no questions asked. You have to actually get an opinion from somebody else. Do not keep it. Do not sit and live in that
Yes.
moment. Yeah. Find anyone who you could talk to. Could be someone in your local neighborhood, but still,
At a shop.
So-
Yes. A shop.
do you know
people-
a conversation does a lot?
True.
You can, I
You
can
go
be
lighter.
yes, I can have a very bad day and we sit like this right now and my day
Yes.
just turns.
So I love dialogue.
Right.
So I love, like, first give me high
Same.
five. I love dialogue.
Same.
Because like you're constantly tapping into someone's mind and someone is tapping
Yes,
into yours.
so you're learning,
You're
unlearning.
Yeah, you're learning.
It's give and
Energies
take.
are being exchanged. And you know, we need variety, sugar,
Yes.
salt, we need, you know, cocoa, I don't know, coffee, chocolate, I don't
Some
know.
lemon, some spice.
Yeah, some lemon, you know. We need all of these other things. And you know, that has been ripped away from us because of obviously individualism.
Yes.
Community has been taken now. We are so individualistic.
There are
We're
all
always
these
on our
stereotypes.
phones, stereotypes. So we feel like we are too afraid. Sometimes we feel our stories are so heavy with so and so. And even sometimes maybe we had a previous conversation with someone and they did not understand, so they freaked out on us. They left us on red. You're like,
And you're like,
they
have left me on red.
I don't think I can handle
And I
again.
delete my message.
I know, you know. So all those things, you get all those experiences. But for me, sometimes I remember I told someone that I will be as vulnerable as I can. If this one does not hear me, I'll look for someone else.
And that's
Because
how it should
as a
be.
human being, we are supposed to be
You
hard.
have to speak.
We're supposed to be hard. We're supposed to be seen. Because what is, if I can see a tree, then why am I seen? Why aren't I hard? You know, I think like this topic today has
Girl.
been a different thing.
Ugh.
So how do you personally, for example, if you've had like low energy, how do you personally get back your energy?
Well, like I said, I always acknowledge the fact that, hey, I feel like
Oh,
this.
yes.
You know?
Yes.
So sometimes I would disengage and like, okay, because I also don't like myself when I'm in that
Yes.
scenario.
Yes.
Yeah. So sometimes I just do not want to engage and I'm like, but Mercie, you've been here before, you know? We're not staying here for long. You've been here
Yes.
before. What's wrong? What's wrong? So I'll think about it for a moment. Okay, solution.
Yes. What are we going to do about it?
What are we going to
quick
do
this time?
about it?
Yes,
We're
it's
not
an
going to sit
emergency,
and be
yeah.
like, okay, mope about what's happening, but what are we
Yeah.
going to do about it? You know, and in that moment, I would just look for a solution.
Yes.
If I can't have one at the time, I would talk to somebody,
Yeah.
but I would not, you know, stay alone. I would maybe stay for a moment, but not too long.
Yes, not
Yeah.
too long. Oh wow. I hope you guys have had it yourself. So what do you think? What misconceptions do you think people know about mental health? I'll just maybe tell you a little bit about me, my own misconceptions
Please do.
that I have. I remember I was having a concert. It's called End of an Era. It was a mental health concert, and I was going to churches trying to market the event. And then I went to this particular church, and I was like, "We're having a mental health event." And then the person who was moderating the church meeting was like, "Banange, waliwo wano concert ey'abatabufu ba mutwe."
Chitegera.
So to me, I was like, no. Obviously, that is a mental health challenge, but it shouldn't be to the extreme,
Right.
And I think so. Up to now, it's still something I'm like, okay, now this is giving me more reason as to why we should actually really do campaigns on mental health awareness.
Yeah.
So, what is that like misconception that you believe people have in Uganda or Africa at large?
Okay. Now
Yes.
for us in South Sudan,
First, hold on. I need to collect myself. All right.
Now, for us in South Sudan,
Yes.
when someone is going through a mental health,
Yes.
automatically it's madness.
Wow. Why?
Because what do you mean you don't have your emotions in check?
Yes.
So it's just like, nah, what do you mean you're depressed? And then if, for example, now you're a man. You're a man? You're depressed and you're a man? So it's like
so frustrating.
Now, ladies, you're depressed. What are you gonna
how are you gonna take care of your kids?
How are you gonna take care of your family and you're depressed? A woman depressed? How? So it's like these are things that are for
for the white,
for the well-off.
For the white,
for the white people.
Oh my goodness!
So it's crazy.
It's frustrating at some point.
It is frustrating because you're like, okay, so now I'm gonna be considered as a mad person. Now this and this, and then he just wouldn't say anything.
Actually,
at the end of the day.
I'm remembering a meme. There's a meme that I saw whereby if you'd sit down with, I don't want to talk about myself because I fear to be institutionalized. So like it's something like you're even afraid to talk about your depression because someone is going to start looking at you differently. You're
like, now I'm going to be labeled as this.
I'm going to be labeled
that.
Attention seeker. It's really it puts us in a situation whereby. That's why if we do not act, if you and I do not act, people are going to still struggle in silence.
True.
Wow.
And I feel like this is something we should actually, right now, as the youth in Africa, should be, should that mentality that our forefathers brought us of how mental health is not something serious. We should be putting that to bed and actually, open it up as we're supposed to.
True. Oh, well, we've had a good laugh about mental health. We should be crying,
right? Who laughs about these things?
I know. So, let's talk about pageantry.
Okay.
Pageantry, some of us people who see it from outside, it's obviously glamorous, you're going to all these beautiful events, bodies given, but what are the pressures that are in pageantry that you believe people that are planning to go into pageantry should know about so that they can, keep themselves in check?
When I got into a pageantry, when I got into pageantry, it was just a poster that I had seen on my way back from work.
Yes.
Random poster, and it said Miss Petite, registration in progress.
Yes.
So I saw Petite.
I was like, I'm Petite.
And I was like, okay, something I could try.
Yes.
Something that's probably for me. And so I just called there and then and was like, you know what? I want to do this. When can I come in? Details and everything. However, remember what I said? I just saw the poster. Had no plan, no, direction.
Yes.
I just wanted to do something.
You were someone that was living your life.
Yes.
So a pageantry.
Yes.
poster.
I had just come out of this really sick and insane phase of depression.
Yes.
So now I had been living for a moment. And so when I saw that, I said, hey, let me do this for myself and just see what I could do for me,
Yeah.
What are we going to do as advocacy? We'll use mental health because it's something that
you're passionate about.
Yes. So for me, it was like a stepping stone, a way to actually express myself. But then reality came in.
Wow.
Obviously. So now there's the finance bit. There is the routine. And now you don't talk about these things still because there's still all these stereotypes even around pageantry as is.
Yes.
And it's crazy, So I feel like for pageantry, it's definitely something to take on, something to probably build yourself and, but still you'd require a strong support system because it could actually also, if you're not having your head screwed in right, you could literally lose yourself also in that because even with the advocacy, the glam is still included in everything, so you're still supposed to
look glamorous. Yeah.
give the part. You know, you're advocating for this. Okay, look
Yes.
it. Glam. Do it all.
Glamorous, giving
Yeah, and then also character. Yeah, even though I'm having a very, very bad day, I'm
you
gonna
have
have
to
to
smile.
smile.
Wow, wow.
You know, so it's just like a lot of composure and discipline. You know,
Wow,
yeah.
wow.
So
You need to be steadfast in your upper faculty.
yeah, I feel like
Wow.
if you don't exactly know the reason as to why you even joined in the first place, you could lose
The
yourself
why.
entirely.
Wow, the why is
The
important.
why is important. The why
Wow.
is very important.
Wow.
Because with the why, you're able to tackle those obstacles that you find. You're able to say, hey, okay, these things happen. You know, just look at everything from a point of view of you growing, you
Yes.
learning, and you still
Moving.
moving on the path that you actually started with in the beginning.
Wow.
So yeah, it's not easy. I'm not gonna lie. It's not easy at all.
It looks easy.
It looks so easy.
I
It looks like
know.
just pause,
You just
smile.
the way you're walking, the grace, you know. Wow. So, do you think that sorry, you know, like there are some things like maybe comparisons and things like that, and how do you deal with them as a person, and are they there currently?
Comparisons will always be there. I am a very slim person and I'm proud of it, obviously.
Oh, I know.
But
yes.
in the outside world, there's always like, oh my God, she doesn't look like this person. Why is she like that? Why doesn't she look like this? You know? So that's what I was saying earlier. If you don't have your head screwed on tight, you might actually end up losing yourself in that moment. Because now you're like, I want to live like so and so. I want to do this like so and so. But that is not your story. That is literally their own. You know? So yeah.
Wow. Do you believe pageantry can still be a platform for advocacy?
It was my platform
Yes.
for advocacy.
Wow.
Because yeah, I had no starting point. I launched Empower Her this year.
Wow.
Foundation from me. I thank the Lord every day that I was able to make that happen.
Kongs, clap of that tea.
Right?
Kongs, yes.
So yeah, and I didn't do it on my own, but like
Yeah.
still, pageantry gave me the stepping stone because I started with Miss Petite, and then I got nominated for something global.
Wow.
And so I was like, okay, it's called Miss Asia Pacific. So I was like, I'm doing this, but when I joined this, I had an ulterior motive, an ulterior goal, you know. So I was like, okay, how am I going to actually advocate for mental health awareness? Like, how am I going to do this? So as I kept on, you know, doing the pageantry, I kept on learning, looking at different pageant queen stories and aspects and how they do it, you know, where they came from. Basically their storylines, and I'm like, okay. So I also went back to my story and started to formulate how I can basically do something for my community from the point of mental health awareness.
Yes.
Yeah, so I do think pageantry does give a platform.
Wow.
Because now I have a clear vision of my advocacy for mental health. I know exactly what I want to do, how, you know, and pageantry
has been that
gave me that stepping stone.
Wow, wow. Talking about, actually, let's jump all the other things, you know, about Empower Her. Give us the vision.
Whew, Empower Her. Well, you see how it says Empower Her? When I started Empower Her, I thought, okay, we're empowering women.
Yes.
The younger generation. So I spoke to a friend of mine about it. Her name is Ruth. And so I started telling her, okay, so this is what I want to do, and giving her like, you know, the outline on how the vision of what I want to do. And so we talk about mental health awareness. So I'm like, okay, so I want to really find a way to have the community, different communities, embrace mental health awareness and just proceed with that. And after that, she also added menstrual health.
Wow.
You know?
I know. Wow, that's so beautiful.
Yeah. So now she's an educator, so she added mental health, rather menstrual health.
Yes.
So it now became a vision of mental health awareness and menstrual health.
Wow.
Yes. So
That's
when
a
we
very beautiful collaboration.
know.
Come, I'm loving how it's going to go. Like, I want to see it 5 years to come.
Oh
from
my
now.
God, I can't
Wow.
wait. I can't wait either.
Right. You're still telling me.
Yeah, so
All right.
so we launched in Boyale. When we're launching, I wanted to do it in a place where I could still feel connected to my roots as a South Sudanese,
Yes.
and also
As a Ugandan.
someone who's lived in Uganda for quite a while. Three
Yeah.
quarters of my life.
Literally.
Literally. So now we go to Biale. We decide to go to the refugee camp because there are
Wow.
different refugees from all over East Africa, and so we picked a school. We had reusable sanitary towels. We had panties.
Wow.
We had soap. We had okay, that was for the menstrual health bit.
Soap,
And then we taught them about mental health awareness. We
Yes.
gave them different stories and different aspects and perspectives. And then we also got into, well, we unpacked a lot, honestly speaking. We
I can
unpacked
only
a lot.
imagine. I can only imagine. Wow.
We unpacked a lot, and the girls were quite they were happy and they loved it. And yeah, there were stories also, because when we got to the school, the headmaster, we were talking to the headmaster, and then he told us, oh my God, we had a team that came last week and they brought things enough for just a few girls, and we're like, who are we going to give? Who are we going to leave?
Yeah.
We can't also keep the things. They'll say that we're just keeping them, you know.
Yeah.
So it was a very hard moment for the
them,
staff.
yes,
And then they had children even in primary 1, according to the headmaster, who would have their period, you know.
Yeah.
So even when we got there, just the previous week,
someone had come. So you're just adding up on what they had, and
exactly.
they were like, wow,
it was like, whoa.
This is good.
You know, so even when we got that done, I was like, whoa, Mercie, like, this is actually what I want to do.
Yes.
You know, this is something that I want to do. It started with pageantry, and I'm so glad it gave me a stepping stone to be able to do that. And I was just like, you know, I want to do this now bigger, better. And as I proceed with my walk in pageantry, I will still continue to build and grow, empower her to something that, who knows, in the next 5 years, we might be in Africa at large.
Yeah, obviously.
Right?
Obviously. Girl power. So, you guys, I am having the time of my life right now. The bonding is for sure real. So, I don't know. Who could probably do something together?
I know.
Like, I don't know.
I know. You know? It's possible. Who's to say?
So, we have come to the half of our first segment. You guys, my heart is warm, my heart is full, and I am having the best time of my life. I had a lot to learn today, and I have a lot to unpack. My brain is, I don't want to say it's frozen, but a lot of information has come my way today. And let's just go a little bit to on our YouTube channel so that we can see what you guys are up to. First and foremost, I want to thank those of you that are listening in, and thank you so much for being a part of the discussion. And you have given us the encouragement and the love and the care that we desperately need on the platform here today. And so thank you so much for those of you that are watching, for those of you that are tuning in, for those of you that are subscribing, for those of you that are having the conversations going. So we are thanking you just in advance. Oh, okay, Mercie. Let's get back to it.
Yes.
So we're coming to our last segment.
Okay.
Sadly, for me, this is a sad moment,
I
right?
know, it's having such a good time.
I know.
Can't we just drag it a little longer?
I know. So, what could you leave with our listeners today?
Hi, listeners. What could I say? yeah, let's do life. But as we're doing life, let's not
Yes.
forget to stop, take a beat. And even when it gets a little bit complicated sometimes, it's okay to
Yes.
stop, take a seat, sip that water if you have to,
Yes.
relax. But eventually, get up, get onto the grind, keep on moving. Because at the end of the day, you know exactly what is good for you. You know what you want, what you need as a person. You are the one who embraces and feels every part of you, yeah, as a person. So in doing that, you ought to be willing to learn, to grow.
Yes.
Because, yeah, in being the best version of yourself, there are some things that you are not exactly, you don't know everything. We do not
Yes,
know everything.
true.
I certainly don't. Do you?
I don't.
Yeah, we
Absolutely. I
we do not
don't.
know everything. So we have to be able to want to learn, be willing to learn,
Yes.
be able to point out even our own mistakes as human beings, because we do make mistakes, yeah.
True,
And if
true.
we're able to acknowledge them and just point them out and say, hey, I did this, I made a mistake here, you're gonna go places.
Yes. Ooh.
Authenticity
Yes.
is the
It's
best
key.
teacher.
Yeah, true. Clap on
Period.
that. Clap on that.
So yeah, that's what I would say.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you too.
For someone that wants to donate, to be a partner, to help out in one way or the other with Empower Her, and the projects that you're planning to do or are doing already, how can they reach out to you?
Well, I just got a GoFundMe started recently.
Okay.
So you could tap into the Empower Her page.
GoFundMe, okay.
The link is on the Instagram page. So it's just
Mercie
Empower Her, Mercie
Mawan.
Mawan. And yeah.
Wow. So now this is the last segment because they're about to chase us in studio.
Oh my God, they shouldn't chase us.
Yeah, so the last segment is about just something fun, something to play around with,
Okay.
something like, I know that the ice has already been broken,
We broke it.
but still we need to engage. So now there are two games. There is fun and fiery,
Okay.
then there is quick fire.
Okay.
So let's first start from the fun and fiery. Fun and the fiery. What's one thing that you?
Oh, it's still a Q&A.
Yes, Q&A.
Okay.
Yes. What's one thing that's just quick fire? This is fun and fiery. What's that one thing that you can't start your day without?
Well, I'm South Sudanese,
Uh-huh.
so a cup of tea.
A cup of tea has to happen. All right.
Every day in the morning before I start my day, I should have a very good cup of tea.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, I should learn that. I'm usually one person who just runs out.
Yeah.
And I have to maybe later on the day. I should learn that.
It's an Arab and British trait, so feel free to pick it up.
Tap in.
Oh.
Clap, 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 clap. So if you could swap lives with anyone for a week, who could that be and why?
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'd want to be a million people, but okay, fine, I'll pick one.
Yes.
I would pick Oprah.
Oprah.
I know.
Me too. Thinking about it.
Right.
Yeah.
I would pick Oprah.
I
Do you see the number of people she gets to sit down with and actually listen to where they came from? And they just
so many stories.
right.
Oh, wow.
Too many.
So many stories.
So I would definitely love. For how long you said? Was it a week?
For a week.
Yeah, if I was Oprah, I would
Oprah,
be
yeah.
Oprah. But can't it be forever though? But anyway, it's okay.
If it's forever.
I'd love to be Oprah. I feel she's a very influential person.
Yeah.
She's very smart. She knows about life from the angle of very many different angles actually. She gets to talk to all kinds of people in different forms of life, different workspaces, different it's just a whole thing, and she's able to sit and listen to the end and go through with it.
Wow.
How cool is that?
So cool.
I know.
So cool. That's like an inspiration, like dialogue and having stories, and just as you're sleeping, just reminiscing about this story. How
you're
I
like,
think she has the best
whoa,
sleep.
I know.
Has the best sleep.
She does have the best sleep because how do you tell me after sitting down and listening to all these crazy stories?
Yeah.
Come on.
Like you have something to put you to sleep.
She has the best sleep.
Wow. What's the cockiest and funniest thing that's ever happened to you during a modeling event?
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yes.
Well, you know in pageantry, okay, when I do both runway and pageantry. So in pageantry, you can wear up to 8 inches of heels.
Yes. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Whilst in runway, you could wear 4 inches. Like, it's okay. 5. Are you really ready for this story?
I am.
I fell on stage.
Wow!
I know.
Wow.
I was
How
wearing.
did you get back up?
I was wearing 8 inches, and so I was walking, and then I tripped, and so like my leg went in some type of way, and then I just like dried and like
got up.
I just like
How did the audience perceive it? Did they
when
clap?
that happened, I like
Yes.
turned around at the audience, and then I paused and then I looked at them, so that it would look like it wasn't really something that
it was a performance.
yeah, like it was a performance. It was meant to be, but hey,
the embarrassment.
no one noticed, but it was like, oh my God,
what was that?
I went back home and I just told my housemate, I was like, hey, I fell on stage. She was like, what, Mercy, you fell on stage?
Yes.
I was like, yeah, I did.
Wow. So we are going to the last segment because time.
Oh, time.
To the last segment, it's just like quick fire. Like we say one answer. Heels or barefoot?
Heels.
Not sneakers or something.
No, please.
Okay. Poem or modeling? Choose one. If it's poem or modeling.
Modeling poems?
Modeling. Tap. Time check.
Modeling.
Modeling. Okay. Guilty pleasure. Yes.
Oh my God. Ice cream before actual food.
Ice
You know how you have a dessert before the main meal?
Oh, so it's usually
that's a
guilty pleasure. Oh my goodness. I'm looking at chocolate. All right. So, okay. Your confident color.
Green.
Green is your confident color.
Yeah.
I was going to say blue. I was already looking. I was like, it must be blue. It's
Not
green.
yet.
Okay.
It's green.
All right. I don't know what. I think I love yellow a lot.
Ooh.
So people see me as dash, but I actually am dash. People see me as dash, but
people see me as strong, but I'm quite sensitive as a person.
Yeah. Clap that tea. What's the boldest risk you've ever taken that turned out better than expected?
Joining the pageant, Miss Petite. Because I told, like I said, no plan, no nothing.
No plan. Just say, let me join this. Wow.
It was Miss Petite.
Oh, you guys, we are coming to the end of the story, but maybe something that we can ask you before we actually come. What is Miss Pacific Asia?
Miss Asia Pacific.
Yes.
Okay, it's one of the oldest international pageants actually out there.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's held in the Philippines. So it started in 1968.
Wow.
So when it was started, it was basically for people in Asia and for them to like basically engage and show their different cultures and advocacies and different stuff. Yeah, and then eventually as time progressed, it started getting more traction from different countries. So as time went on, the US joined and people in Africa.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, it's a platform to basically build your advocacy still globally as you are showing where you're from.
Yes.
Your cultures and yeah.
Oh, I wish I was petite.
Oh, you don't have to be petite, girl.
No, like I cannot handle the
Yes, you
exercises, the display.
Oh, come on.
Because right now, the fasting that I have to do, the intermittent fasting. Okay, you guys are coming to the end of today's episode, and I have had the most amazing time
I
today.
have too.
Oh my goodness. Log in, subscribe, please follow, share massively. Until we meet next Wednesday, let's Mercy say bye-bye to you as well.
Hi guys, I'm so happy to be here. Am I gonna be here again?
You will be. You will be here again. We have to continue.
So it was really great being a part of this, and I'm so happy we were able to unpack a lot of things.